This is iAgent website teaches how to create community pages inside of your website, and this is after you have saved the searches inside of FlexMLS. In the descriptions of this video, I will link to the other video talking about how to save searches and everything that you need to do. To save time, I'm not going to go over a lot of that there. So after you save your searches in Flex, again, the very first thing that I want you to do is log into the back end of your website, go to FlexMLS IDX, click on that. Then go to settings, click on that, and then make sure you click on clear cache. If you do not do this, the saved searches that you have just saved inside of Flex will not be listed here, so therefore you have to do it to see the saved searches that you just saved. I think that's the best way to say that. I could probably say save searches one more time. So, okay, so go ahead and click on pages and all pages. So what we try to do here is we try to make things quick so that you can do things as quick as possible. There are SEO reasons why we want to do this many searches. I'll go at that on a different post, but this is just to get the information on your site. So as we deliver the site to you, we're already going to create this communities, the names of the communities that you have provided for us, and then the community look and feel as well. So with the Alaska King website, the choices that he made may be different than yours, but the philosophy and how we do things are going to be exactly the same. The plugins that I have installed here is Duplicate This. This is important because while you're not really going to duplicate like the communities page here, you would duplicate the Anchorage homes for sale page to create these sub pages to give it a more consistent look and feel. If you're looking at this, so what's going to happen is that when you duplicate this page, obviously it's going to be an exact duplicate. So therefore, you just need to go in and change the names of some of the of Anchorage everywhere, and then it will work just fine, especially if this is a child page of the parent page of Anchorage homes for sale. These are all child pages, and you can look at the URL structure to see where it's your domain / communities / Anchorage, and then it would be / Anchorage condos for sale. This is the correct way for SEO to work. SEO builds authority from the bottom up, so we want to create a lot of pages. Also on this page, this person wanted to refine search for just condos, and then here are all the condo listings on that in that area, or multifamily. So I think you kind of get the idea. So on your website, the very first thing that you're going to do is find a page, a child page or a parent page that you want to duplicate, and then go ahead and click on, I'm just picking one here, go ahead and click on duplicate this. So downtown Anchorage homes for sale. I'm going to duplicate that. The page is going to refresh. It's not going to look like anything is done, but you will notice that downtown Anchorage homes for sale has both, and both of them are in one of them is in draft, hence the word draft. So now what we want to do is we want to input the listing information inside of Flex MLS. So go ahead and on the one that's draft, go ahead and click edit. I was going to say edit with Elementor, but edit first. Now, the very first thing to do for SEO reasons, and of course I'm always going to say for SEO reasons, is to change the name what you want it to be. Obviously, you don't want it to be Anchorage Downtown Homes for Sale. So I'm just going to go Anchorage Vid. Anchorage Vid for sale. Okay, so you can erase this entire thing, and then when you refresh, you will notice that the link, the permalink, will change to say Anchorage Vid. I will hit publish. You'll also notice here that the parent, Anchorage Homes for Sale, which is right here, Anchorage, that's that page, will automatically be there, so you don't have to select it. So it's important to know that when you duplicate a page, if it already has a parent, the parent's going to be there. Now, if you don't want to make it a parent and you're, for example, creating a whole nother community, then you would make the parent the communities page. This can be changed regardless, it doesn't matter, but make sure that if you're creating a child page, make sure that the correct parent is selected. Leave default template. The other thing to do would be to highlight the Anchorage Vid section and then go ahead and paste it down here for the focus key phrase. Make sure you paste it in your meta description and then do this is a blah, blah, blah. Okay, then you just type information in the description. Again, I'm just trying to save some time so you're not having me watch me do a full SEO. That'll be a different video. So now that we've made those changes, it is still in draft, status draft. We're going to hit publish. Okay, now you will notice as the page refreshes that this automatically changed to the title here. So this is really important for SEO that it does that, and everything else kind of flows the same. Now, go ahead and click on Edit with Elementor. Now you're going to get a graphical representation of what your website looks like. This is live. You're designing live, so everything on here that you change can be done live. So the next thing that I would do is I would click on the very title, and then you could double click here and change it live, or you could change it over here. So I did Anchorage vid for sale, so I'm just going to type in vid. Okay, again, I like copying and pasting. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to drop down to this section down here, highlight this, paste it in. And you can kind of see how fast this kind of goes. What I'm doing is I'm putting my key phrase in multiple areas. I would even go down and edit this whole section right here, Downtown Alaska Real Estate. I would paste it in there, Anchorage vid for sale. So you kind of get the idea. Change the paragraph, only change the menu over here if you need to do something, and then you would change this as well. And yes, I know there's spelling mistakes and all of that. This is just for purposes, but I think you kind of get the idea. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm not going to discuss how to do this currently, so I'm just going to, if you left click, you could delete entire sections. Now that's deleted. Now that we have Anchorage vids for sale, this is the section that we need to change. So when we click on that, we see that IDX, and here is this short code. We should be able to right click and hit delete. And then if you scroll down to the bottom over here, all the way down, you'll have this flex. It'll say flex MLS, and it'll have all of these options. So what we're going to do is we want the listing summary option. So we click and drag and drop it over here. You could click and drag and drop it wherever you want. Okay, we tend to leave the title blank. Under save searches, we would click through all of the saved searches. So I'm going to pick on Gary, and here's the active pending sold list. So this is everything that Gary has closed. Okay, we could filter this by the locations if we really want to, but most of the time I just leave location the same. Property type, again, you can adjust this if you want to, the subtype, and so on and so forth. I think you kind of get the idea. Listings, new listings, since they're sold, they're sold. But you get the idea. So you could switch this around to diamond. Okay, and then in this section right here, you can type in. You can't type in, so don't type anything in. Just select the area that you want and then go from that point. There is an option to do this under shortcode, which seems to work a little bit better than their Elementor plugin, and so we will go over that right quick as well. So say that you've designed this page and the only thing that you haven't done is this listing. Now to add the listing here, and let's again, just for grins, say that this Flex MLS option doesn't work, or you want to have more options. What we would do there is in another tab, we would go to the website, go to the dashboard, and in every single one of the websites that are delivered, we have a draft page at top called no title, and it just sits at draft. So we go ahead and click edit here. All right, and then you see a bunch of shortcodes. This can be deleted. This is just the shortcodes in creating the items of the website. So now let's go through Flex's shortcodes. Once we click on this, we can click on the listing summary here. Yes, it looks pretty much the same as the other one, but this works a little bit better. So then you would pick Gary's sold. You could filter this by location if you want to. You could type in a location, and it should automatically start finding things. There we go, Eagle River. So I'll click on the Eagle River area. Now the only thing in his pending sold that are in Eagle River will show. I like the list view instead of the map view. And then that's pretty much it. So then we click insert widget. We get this code. We go ahead and copy the code. So highlight and then hit Control C. Now on the other tab where Elementor was, you can go to where it says shortcode. Again, click and drag it off to where you want it, and then in this section here, paste in the shortcode. Okay, he doesn't have any listings in Eagle River, or he hasn't sold anything in Eagle River. So then we just hit apply, update, and then you are done. This is the fastest way to create pages inside of WordPress with Elementor. Again, you can use the Elementor section the the Flex MLS Elementor section. There's a lot of things I have to remember. You can use these. I do find the shortcode option here to be a little more customizable. Either one works fairly well. So this is iAgent Websites of how to embed listings on your website, duplicate pages, and some items that you would change for better search engine optimization. Have a great day.